Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into the Pet Expo YouTube channel. This is Barry, and we got some awesome reptiles. We're gonna let you in on some fun here. We're gonna start out with little crested geckos. These guys make wonderful pets, one of the New Caledonian natives. These guys are all captive bred though, getting about 7 to 9 inches long. These guys are going to spend most of their time up in the vines and the plants, so make sure that you either have a heavily planted or a lot of climbing areas, because they can get that droopier tail, and that droopy tail will then technically fall off and they do not regrow like other geckos. These guys do great in a 10-gallon inverted tank with a couple crickets per week, along with a prepared diet. These guys will sustain anywhere from 10 to 12 years. And then we got some fancier ones, if you want to call it that. It's just a different morph. These guys are going to be your pinstripes. So same care, just a different coloration. Check out the other two here also. Wonderful little animals. Once again, once they get a little larger, work well with handling for kids. Our next ones are our bearded dragons. These guys are citrus morphs. Pop this open here. Take a look at one of them real close. Now these guys, we recommend a minimum of a 40-gallon tank. They're going to need full UVA, UVB rays, and try to keep their basking spot over 100. And then ambient temperature at about 85. Now these guys are omnivores, more eating insects when they're smaller, and as they get larger, they will go to more of a vegetable matter. But make sure to vitamin dust everything that you feed, and always feed a variety of greens and fruits for these guys. Variety just helps make sure that they get all the nutrients that they need. Next thing we'll go to is some of our leopard geckos. We got a bunch of these guys in. So our first one is an albino. Leopard geckos make great pets. These guys are about a 10 to 12 year also. Lifespan, they live great in a 10-gallon tank. They are nocturnal, so no need for UVA or UVB whatsoever. And when they get to full size, about the same size as a crested gecko, about 7 inches to 9 inches. But these guys are strict insectivores, so they must eat insects at all times. So you're looking at anything from cockroaches to crickets to mealworms, waxworms. Here's some of our common ones that came out. These guys look like high yellows. But also make sure to vitamin dust. Another little trick with leopard geckos is you can actually offer them a dish of vitamins and calcium, and they will go and actually lick that. Now this guy is a Maxno leucistic. Next one we're looking at is a Maxno albino. And just like the crested gecko, when these guys get a little bit bigger, they acclimate well to handling. And leopard geckos usually pick a spot that they go to the bathroom, so it makes it an easier cleaner. Now these guys are our leucistics. And then our blizzard here. So if you're looking for a first lizard pet, these guys make a great accompanying first lizard pet. Lower maintenance, and they're hotter temperatures, so 80 to 85 degrees for ambient. Try to get the basking into 90. And now just Max Snow here. And then we're going to move on next to our hog island. We have a little western hog island here. These guys are really good snakes. They are rear fang venomous. So it's not something that you want to get bit by, but these guys are usually non-biters. And they are rear fangs, so you do have to get your finger down in there to get the fangs into you. Now full size on these guys for females, it's going to be about 28 inches. Males are going to stay smaller than that. As long as you get a captive bred one, these guys do acclimate quite well to eating any type of pinky mouse when they're small like this, or any type of rodent. Also with our western hognose, you want to keep them at about 80 degrees on their hot side, ambient in that 75 range. And in a very tropical, so you can use cocoa fiber and you can mist it down once a day to keep that humidity really nice for them. Great coloration and usually awesome temperament on these guys. Now we also got some anoles in. Now anoles work very good if you're building a vivarium. Now the vivarium includes plants, water features, so it keeps the humidity nice for them, and then when you have the UV for these guys, which they require, that UV will help your plants grow. And for temperature, 85 basking, 80 degrees ambient. And they're going to be insectivores either, so make sure to feed them. Usually crickets or mealworms are some of the favorites, and vitamin dust also on these guys. Now we also did get some what we call normal ball pythons. We're not going to take these guys out, but I do have one ball python at the end that we will take out to look at. Next one here. It's again another normal. Maybe a little antheristic in that one, just with how the dark coloration is. Another one here. And another one here. So if you guys are looking for ball pythons, these guys are going to get anywhere from 4 to 6 foot long, depending if male or female. Of course, females are going to get much bigger, but this is the one that we were waiting to take out, the banana morph. Now these guys have that nice orange pattern with that yellow outlay, and almost a purple in that center. Now a 40-gallon tank is what we'd recommend at minimum size for these guys, and at least 2 hides. One hide being dry, and then the other hide being a moist hide with moss to keep that humidity up to make these guys easy to shed. Now feeding ball pythons once a week, something that's appropriate, about 3/4 the size of their body mass, and make sure that that animal is not able to get at the face. Ball pythons very easily get head shy if something approaches their head, and they have no problem not eating. Now keeping ambient temperature between 90 and 95, hot side on 90 to 95, and then ambient temperature at 85 degrees. These guys are one of those very long-lived pets where you can think of an average of anywhere from 20 to 25 years. If you have any further questions at all, please give us a call at 507-625-2505. This is Barry from the Pet Expo YouTube channel in Mankato, Minnesota.